In January 1959, a group of 10 experienced hikers, led by Igor Dyatlov, embarked on a challenging expedition into the Ural Mountains of Soviet Russia. This journey was not just any ordinary hike, it was a test of endurance, skill, and the human spirit against the unforgiving elements of nature. This group, mainly students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, shared a passion for adventure and exploration. They were young, vibrant, and full of life, eager to conquer the unknown and push the boundaries of their physical and mental limits. Their goal was to reach Otorten, a mountain steeped in local Mansi lore, known as "Don't Go There" in their language. The Mansi people, indigenous to the region, held deep respect and fear for this mountain, believing it to be a place of great power and mystery. The journey was arduous, testing their skills and resilience in the harsh winter conditions. They faced biting winds, freezing temperatures, and treacherous snow-covered terrain. Every step forward was a battle against the elements, a testament to their determination and grit. However, their shared love for the outdoors and unwavering camaraderie kept their spirits high. Around the campfire, they laughed, shared stories, and bonded over their shared experiences. Their friendship and mutual support were the glue that held them together in the face of adversity. Little did they know, a chilling mystery awaited them on the slopes of Kholat-Syakhl, the Dead Mountain. This mountain, with its eerie name and foreboding presence, would soon become the site of one of the most perplexing and tragic mysteries in the history of mountaineering. The events that unfolded there would baffle investigators and spark countless theories, leaving a haunting legacy that endures to this day. After weeks of trekking through the unforgiving wilderness, the group arrived at the foothills of Kholat-Syakhl. The journey had been arduous, with each step through the deep snow testing their endurance and resolve. The biting cold and relentless wind were constant companions, making every moment a struggle for survival. They set up camp on a slope, their tents offering meager protection against the biting wind and sub-zero temperatures. The location was chosen carefully, balancing the need for shelter with the risk of avalanches. Despite the harsh conditions, the group worked efficiently, their experience in such environments evident in their swift and coordinated actions. The hikers, experienced outdoorsmen and women, followed all safety procedures, aware of the potential dangers of the unforgiving environment. They double-checked their gear, secured their tents, and made sure to keep a close watch on the weather. Their training and preparation were crucial in such a hostile setting where even a small mistake could have dire consequences. Exhausted but in good spirits, they recorded their experiences in diaries and photographs, documenting their adventure for posterity. Each entry and snapshot captured the essence of their journey, from the breathtaking beauty of the snow-covered landscape to the camaraderie that kept their spirits high. These records would later become invaluable in piecing together the events that unfolded. The last entry in Dyatlov's diary, a seemingly ordinary account of their day, provided no hint of the horror that was to follow. It spoke of routine activities, the weather, and their plans for the next day. Little did they know, this would be their final night, and the mystery of what happened next would haunt investigators for decades. On the fateful night of February 2nd, something inexplicable occurred. The hikers, driven by an unknown terror, fled their tents in a desperate frenzy. Their belongings, including shoes and warm clothing, were left behind, scattered around the campsite. The scene painted a picture of chaos and terror, a stark contrast to the meticulous order they usually maintained. What could have driven these experienced hikers, familiar with the dangers of the mountains, to abandon their only shelter and flee into the freezing darkness? Weeks turned into months, and the hikers' prolonged absence sparked concern. A search party, comprised of volunteers and local Mansi hunters, was assembled. Their efforts led them to the abandoned campsite on Kholat-Syakhl, where they made a chilling discovery. The tent, ripped open from the inside, lay partially collapsed, covered in snow. Footprints, some barefoot, others clad only in socks, led away from the tent, disappearing into the darkness. The scene was both eerie and perplexing, raising more questions than answers. Section 5. The Enigma of Injuries, Unexplained Trauma. The search continued for weeks, the discovery of the hikers' bodies only deepening the mystery. Some were found relatively close to the campsite, while others were discovered further down the slope, their bodies bearing horrific injuries. Hypothermia was ruled the cause of death for some, but others had suffered severe internal injuries, including fractured skulls and broken ribs. Strangely, there were no external wounds to correspond with these internal injuries, fueling speculation and adding to the enigma of the Dyatlov Pass incident. Section 6 official conclusion: a compelling natural force. After months of investigation, hampered by limited forensic technology and the political climate of the time, Soviet authorities concluded that the hikers' deaths were caused by a compelling natural force. This vague explanation, lacking concrete evidence, did little to quell the growing speculations surrounding the incident. Many found it hard to accept that a natural phenomenon could inflict such severe injuries without leaving any external marks. The lack of transparency fueled conspiracy theories, turning the Dyatlov Pass incident into a subject of enduring fascination. Section 7. The avalanche theory, a wall of snow and ice. One of the most prevalent theories attributes the hikers' demise to an avalanche. This theory has been widely discussed and debated among experts and enthusiasts alike. Proponents of this theory argue that a slab avalanche, triggered by the hikers themselves or natural causes, could have struck their tent, causing them to flee in terror. The sudden and overwhelming force of the snow would have left them with no time to gather their belongings or even dress properly for the harsh conditions outside. The injuries, according to this theory, could have been inflicted by the immense pressure of the snow and ice. Broken ribs, skull fractures, and other severe traumas are consistent with the kind of force an avalanche can exert. The sheer weight and speed of the snow would have been enough to cause such devastating injuries. However, critics argue that the terrain and snow conditions at the time were not conducive to a large-scale avalanche. They point out that the slope of the mountain was not steep enough to support the kind of massive snowslide described by the avalanche theory. Furthermore, the lack of significant damage to the surrounding area casts doubt on this theory. The tent, although collapsed, was not buried under tons of snow, and the nearby trees and landscape showed no signs of a recent avalanche. This has led some to believe that while an avalanche might explain some aspects of the tragedy, it does not account for all the evidence found at the scene. The mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident continues to intrigue and baffle researchers, with the avalanche theory remaining one of the many possible explanations for the tragic events that unfolded on that fateful night. Section 8. Whispers of secrecy, military tests gone wrong. The remoteness of the location, coupled with the Soviet Union's penchant for secrecy, gave rise to theories involving military experiments. Some speculate that the hikers stumbled upon a restricted testing ground for experimental weapons or explosives. The strange lights reported in the sky by other hikers in the area around the time of the incident further fueled these theories. However, concrete evidence linking the hikers' deaths to military activity remains elusive, leaving this theory firmly in the realm of speculation. Section 9. Paranormal possibilities. Stepping into the unknown. For those seeking explanations beyond the realm of the ordinary, the Dyatlov Pass incident offers fertile ground for paranormal theories. Some attribute the hikers' bizarre behavior and injuries to infrasound, low-frequency sound waves known to induce feelings of panic and disorientation. Others point to the legend of the Mansi's Dead Mountain, suggesting a supernatural presence angered by the hikers' intrusion. While these theories capture the imagination, they lack scientific evidence and remain largely unsubstantiated. Section 10. The enduring mystery. Unanswered questions. Despite decades of research, investigations, and countless theories, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains an enigma. The combination of bizarre circumstances, unexplained injuries, and lack of conclusive evidence continues to captivate and baffle investigators and armchair detectives alike. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the mysteries that lie hidden in the vast wilderness, challenging our understanding of the world and its many unknowns. Section 11. Conclusion: a legacy of intrigue. The Dyatlov Pass incident, a chilling tale of adventure and tragedy, continues to fascinate and intrigue people worldwide. The mystery surrounding the hiker's death serves as a stark reminder of the power of the unknown and the limits of our understanding. While we may never know the true cause of their demise, the legacy of the Dyatlov Pass incident lives on, inspiring countless books, documentaries, and theories, ensuring that the memory of those lost on the slopes of Dead Mountain will never be forgotten.